Hey, welcome back to Kryslyn's Crystals. I'm Kryslyn. I use tarot, Reiki, Oracle, music, all of that to help us to heal. Thank you guys so much for being here. The time on the clock is 11:11. That may be important to some. I know it's a manifestation number. It's also a twin flame number. So yeah, just cleansing the energy on my card. So we're going to do a past life reading today. And what I like about past life readings are that they tend to help us heal as far as seeing what we may have brought over from a past life that could be holding us back from our abundance. And it also helps give us a little bit more insight into our life, okay? So let's get started. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for the gifts that you bestow upon me to channel these messages to the collective. I ask that you place your angels around me as I channel these messages, and only clear, concise, loving, healing messages come through at this time. Ooh, y'all dropping stuff on the floor. Alright, thank you so much, Holy Spirit. Thank you, angels, ancestors, God. Alright, so the bottom of the deck energy, we have forgiveness. So forgiveness is a big one that a lot of people go through because it's hard to, it can be hard to forgive people, especially when these people, they never apologize or they never see the error in their ways, okay? And so you have to be the bigger person and forgive them, okay? But forgiveness is more for you than it is for that person, because if you don't forgive someone, you're going to keep dwelling on it and you can't move on from that situation. So Spirit is asking that you have forgiveness at this time, because sometimes people do stuff and they didn't know that it was going to hurt you, or it had nothing to do with you. And so Spirit is saying, be open to forgiveness. Maybe that's something that we as a collective were not open to in a past life, or we as a collective need to embrace forgiveness. Right? Okay, so the cards that came out, we have wisdom with the unicorn. We have mother, Native American, and health. Okay? So what I feel is that someone may have had, I know Native American and health sticks out to me because the Native American tribes, they were very natural most of the time. So they knew how to use the earth, the Mother Earth, right? They knew how to use the earth to help them heal, right? They had this magical innate wisdom that a lot of people, a lot of other cultures probably didn't understand. The movie that's coming to mind is like Pocahontas, how she was singing to him about, using the elements and, not owning the earth, but working together with the earth, okay? 555 is on the clock in front of me, so that lets me know I'm on the right path as far as change. So it's time to start as a collective looking at how we honor earth, how we honor our health, what we've learned from, what wisdom we got from Mother Earth. It's time to start collectively working on those relationships, okay? The relationship with self, the relationship with family, parents, the relationship with the people around us, and the relationship again with self, that ties everything together, using that wisdom to help progress us forward. Let's break these down some more and see what we get. Alright, Spirit. Why is wisdom here? What is it we are supposed to gain from this wisdom? Yes, so with the Ten of Swords here, this is wisdom of being stabbed in the back, ultimate betrayal, like pretty much betrayal that you can't come back from, okay? Or that is going to be hard to come back from. Remember, the bottom of the deck overall energy was forgiveness, okay? So it's having the knowledge, the wisdom to understand that people may betray you, but using that wisdom to rise above it, to have a new beginning, because this is the Ten of Swords. So this could be a new thought form, because 10 is usually an ending of a cycle, okay? So you're ending the cycle of being a victim, ending the cycle of thinking terrible patterns, and just ending cycles, ending sabotage, be it self-sabotage or someone else sabotaging you, using your wisdom and your knowledge. And also, because like I said, you have forgive but never forget, okay? You forgive to keep your heart space open, to keep attracting love, but just keep remembering now you have this wisdom. A lot of times, a lot of the betrayal that we go through is for us to get knowledge, okay? It's for us to look at the situation and actually see, like, what could have been done differently, or what was this trying to teach me that I can take forward and also pass on to my children, because a lot of the things that we learn is so that we can teach the next generation, so that they don't have to go through this betrayal as well. Why is the Mother here, Holy Spirit? Thank you. So yes, the Sun. The Sun is the happiest card of the deck, and this is talking about the relationship with the children, okay? The song that just came to mind was Whitney Houston, I believe the children are the future. So now's the time to start forgiving things. What I'm getting is forgiving things that may not have been to our best interest in the past. Like I said, a lot of sabotage, a lot of killing, murder, a lot of things that tend to keep us stuck, right? So now is the time to, learn different ways to handle that, so that we can have a brighter future, so that we can teach the children how not to be like us, right? We can pass our wisdom on to them. We can nurture them and give them, because your mother is always the one who nurtures you. She makes sure that you're provided for. They give you this special love, and you have this special bond with your mother, okay? Or most people have a special bond with mother figures, someone who leads them and teaches them the way. So with the Sun card here, it's saying, this is all about ultimate happiness, but it also speaks about children, okay? So now it's time to pass down this wisdom in a nurturing way to our children, so that it won't be so hard for them to forgive the actions of the past, is what I'm getting, because this is a past life reading. So collectively, we've all been through something that was sabotage, or some type of backstabbing, or something that we can't come back from. And that was to give us wisdom, so that we can pass it on to the future generations, so that they can learn how to forgive and heal, okay? Native American Spirit, why is the Native American here? Clarify Native American. Thank you. Yeah, so the Hermit here, like I said, the Native Americans were very intuitive. They knew how to work with the universe. They had occult knowledge, okay? And they also knew how to go within self, to meditate and seek the answers within self, and also seeking the answers with nature, seeking the answers with the animals that were out. And, they knew the circle of life. They knew how everything they knew the bigger picture within everything, okay? And they knew this because they were very in tune with themselves. In being in tune with themselves, they were also in tune with nature, okay? So I'm getting that Spirit is wanting us to use our wisdom to teach the children about becoming in tune with themselves, teaching them how to live more from the land, teaching them how to live more within themselves, listen to their own intuition, because that's going to help open up blockages that they may have, especially when it comes, or that, we have, especially when it comes to love and our health, okay? So clarify this health for me, Spirit. Why is health here? Thank you. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles is someone who he is looking into new information, learning new things, collecting all the data, collecting everything they need to move forward. So of course we have this wisdom from the past, right? We have a lot of people who've done a lot of studies, in their understanding. We're starting now to understand the combination between health and the oneness that we have within each other, okay? Especially with the scares that we have with, the big C's, and that are keeping people stuck and keeping people sad. And no one's, everybody has their own theory on how to heal and do better. But when Spirit created us, he created the body to be a magnificent machine. Like, it can detect anything, and anything, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, anything with the right mind frame can be healed. You see what I'm saying? So with the Knight of Pentacles, he's someone who overthinks. He's very analytical. He's very in his head. But so is the Hermit, someone who is, able to go within to seek knowledge and wisdom and have innate knowledge and wisdom, okay? Spirit is wanting us to forgive ourselves for the past mistakes, forgive those who have wronged us in the past, and start moving forward in order to have better health, so that we can start teaching the children on how to focus on better health, so that we can have a healthier society moving forward, okay? All right, let's see. Let's do a little bit more clarification. $11:23 on the clock. I'm getting like it's time for a new beginning, a new progression. And in order for us to move forward, we're going to have to forgive the mistakes of the past. And start really learning the true history. I see a lot of books here. So it's time to start learning like the true history and getting back to the basics of who we are. The Hermit again at the bottom of the deck. So that's the Hermit here twice. So if you're not big on meditation, now's the time to get into that. And meditation is basically just clearing the mind and waiting for, asking the questions to the Most High and clearing the mind so that you can receive what it is that you need to know, receive the answers to the questions that you have, okay? It's getting back to the basic and knowing, because everything, nothing under the sun is new. Everything is just a reenactment of the past, and it just keeps happening until you do something to change it so that the past becomes a better future. Clarify this Ten of Swords. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah, with this Five of Wands, like in the past, it was a lot of fighting, a lot of bickering, a lot of, people wanting power and being greedy, and it caused, a lot of self-sabotage. It caused a lot of people to lose their lives, right? And we know like what it's like when we're all bickering and fighting and nobody can ever come to an agreement on everything, and everybody's all power hungry. We already have the wisdom from the past of how that turns out for us. You know what I'm saying? We already know that eventually, if we keep going on this same blame game of who is wrong, eventually it's going to lead to destruction of everything and everyone. We know this because we have this knowledge of this happening before in the past. Like, someone always rises to power and they abuse their power and cause, detriment to the people that are around them. And it's like this never ending cycle. And Spirit is calling for us to break out of this never ending cycle and move more towards our happiness, move more towards our nurturing and caring side, because the mother is usually the nurturing, caring one, right? Not saying that the father isn't that as well, but when it comes to the mother, she's the portal, the opening. She brings forth the children, right? So she has an even more different bond with the child than even the father has, because this child has grown up out of her. And usually mothers are very protective, so they want the best for their children. So the knowledge and the wisdom that they have, they put it into their child and they help grow this child up. And what you learn in your childhood is ultimately what you reflect as you become older. Yeah, with the Six of Wands here, that talks about, popularity. It talks about being recognized and awarded. So it's time to start recognizing the past mistakes. Like I said, forgive. Don't forget. Just forgive and move forward. Become more nurturing, because that's going to lead us to this victory, this happy future that we want. Because I don't hear people saying, I want a future where we're at war all the time. People want peace. It's time to start moving towards peace. And the only way to move towards peace is to forgive those who wronged you in the past and to teach the children better going into the future. Tell me more about the Hermit, Holy Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, with the suspended person here, this is enlightenment. This is someone who's enlightened, but they're not making any moves. They're looking at things from a different perspective. Remember, the Hermit is someone who goes in within. He gets this enlightenment. And now, with the suspended person, you've gotten this enlightenment, or you're getting this enlightenment from this video, and it's now time to figure out how we're going to move forward, right? With the Queen of Swords, that's someone who seeks out the truth. That's someone who speaks the truth, okay? So now that we have this enlightenment, it's our duty to speak the truth that we know, to remind the people about how we need nature, how we're supposed to be balanced and coincide with nature, okay? She's outside with her foot on this rock. It's time to start buckling down on our stability, right? It's time to start really facing the truth and seeing the truth for what it is. A lot of times we place blame on others for them wronging us, but we ultimately teach people how to treat us, okay? So if you aren't treating yourself well, if you're not meditating and going within and not forgiving people who have wronged you for your past mistakes, then you can't teach people how to do that if you haven't done that yourself, right? So I'm definitely seeing like a lot of self-reflection, a lot of actually seeing things for the truth, and seeing the bigger picture, learning the lessons that this taught you, and moving forward, okay? It's time to start moving forward and getting back to our natural states, okay? Back to our happy, abundant, peaceful selves. We've had too much turmoil and chaos, right? We've had too many illusions with the Seven of Cups. It's time to start moving forward. It's time to start seeing, like I said, seeing things for what they truly are. Okay, realizing what's important and what's not important. It's time to start taking control with the Emperor of our lives. Stop putting our livelihood in the hands of people that may not have your well-being at hands. I mean, if you've been backstabbed and betrayed by someone in the past, and you keep letting them backstab you and betray you after you've seen cycles of them doing this, then at what point is it, do you take responsibility for what's going on? Okay, so like I said, with what's going on now in society, I don't really want to get into the politics of it, but whatever's coming to your mind, because you know what's coming to your mind. But if you have a history of a person that is beating you, lying to you, treating you badly, but you know this, they've always been this way, it's never changed. At what point do you say, okay, maybe it's me, maybe I need to change something, maybe I need to go within, maybe I need to get back to nature, maybe I need to heal the part of me that keeps attracting me to this trauma that I keep subjecting myself to, right? Spirit is saying that victory is here. We're just going to have to start going within. We're going to have to start doing what's best for self. And what happens when you start doing what's best for self and you start shining your truth on yourself, the people around you will start to see this shine, and hopefully it becomes a chain reaction, right? It removes the veil from everybody's eyes, right? We got the Ten of Swords came out again. So, like I said, it's time to stop self-sabotaging. It's time to stop being the victim. It's time to end this cycle of betrayal and move forward. It's time to, stop. It's time to really start paying attention to your health, okay? Your mental health, your physical health, your well-being. It's time to start taking more control and charge of that for yourself. It's time to unlearn the negative and toxic things we were taught, and it's time to move closer to nature. It's time to start living more in harmony and balance, right? Because these are two different futures. Which future do you want? Do you want a future where it's always going to be fighting, it's always going to be war? I mean, we have the Ten of Swords here twice. There's bloodshed here. Do we want to keep shedding blood? Do we want to move towards a more victorious, harmonious, happy time? Okay? So that's what we've brought over from a past lifetime. A lot of wars, a lot of misery. It's time to start healing. It's time to forgive and move forward. It's time to be truthful. Call out the toxicity that we see. Call out the people that we see doing wrong. And definitely call out the flaws that we have within self. It's time to start forgiving ourselves for the things that we did, for the things that we didn't know. Now that you know it, because once you start knowing the truth about things, there's no turning back. You see what I'm saying? So now's the time to start pressing forward, to, heal ourselves, heal the people around us. It's time to start caring more about nature. It's time to stop so much of this bloodshed, because it's sickening at this point. People are dying unnecessarily because of greed, because of people, only caring about themselves and not thinking about the well-being of the children that are ahead of us. And Spirit is tired of it. I'm tired of it. And it's time to move forward, okay? So I'm going to get a message from the Angel Heart Sigils, mystical symbols, right? And this will close out this reading for us. Holy Spirit, one card, please, from the angels. One card to close out this reading. One message to close out this reading. Ooh, thank you. All right, so we have boldness, Archangel Michael. Alright, we went straight to it. So it says, Michael's heart sigil leads us to the expiation and atonement of all karma. In this moment, it is overshadowing your life, encouraging you to dwell with determination, foresight, and boldness. To equip yourself with the zeal that is necessary to move through any challenge, as well as with boldness, you will face this test, seeing it as another reckoning for the majesty of your soul. Through strife, we develop spiritual muscle and flexing wisdom, and then are vindicated by the presence of all that is right and true. Thereby, we accrue blessings, for nothing goes unnoticed by the holy angels of Atlantis. Ever vigilant, always wise, inexplorably loving. They live through the jet stream of bold, clear, loving truth. Okay? So it's time to start, like I said, facing the truth. Going within, becoming one back with the universe, and doing it with a sense of boldness, okay? Doing it without fear, knowing that you are wanting a better outcome for your future, okay? So I hope that this message helped you guys out there. If you want to book a past life reading with me, that information will be in the description box below. Also, if you are interested in any readings, those will be in the description box below. If you want to help support the channel, please donate. That's in the description box, as well as if you would like to visit my store and pick up some cute spiritual finds as well. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can see when I post my readings, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.